Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be putting together my May TBR. Now, the last couple TBR videos I decided to use my TBR prompt jar. So today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I am going to be using a random number generator to generate our reads for the month of May. I think I'm going to pick somewhere between 8 and 10 books. It kind of depends on what mix we get. I've found that 8 works better than 10, but it kind of just depends. So we shall see how this goes. But without further ado, let us go ahead and get started. I will say, I know this might be kind of a weird filming angle, and I do apologize. I have a TBR bookshelf. That's what this puppy is. No TBR cart, just a TBR shelf. My book setup is kind of interesting. So I have my bookshelf right here, which is like right inside the doorway to my bedroom because I do most of my reading in this room, and therefore it's just easy to grab my next, interesting read from this shelf. And then I have a second bedroom that is kind of like my work from home office / library room, and that kind of has like those floating shelves with my romance books that you guys sometimes see, or like the Kallax from IKEA that has all my fantasy books on it. So we're sitting in the doorway to my bedroom, so you might see the cats go through here while we chit chat, but it is a bit of an awkward filming angle, so I do apologize for that. But I have counted the number of books. There are 35 books total, so we will generate minimum 1, maximum 5. I'm going to go ahead and throw that up on the screen now. And let's go ahead and generate our first pick for May. 6. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so our first pick is, if I can get it out. This is kind of an awkward angle, but it is what it is. Our first pick is The Wren and the Holly Library by K.A. Lindy. The back says, there are legends in our world, tales of beasts and beauties, creatures and stories that would keep you up at night, of monsters born. All those you've heard come from a kernel of truth. So I've heard this is about a monster treaty, and it's very interesting. I also thought the end papers were super cool and a big selling point on me picking up this book, or buying this book in general. So I am excited to get to this. And that is our first pick. Let us change the max now to 34 and generate again. Ooh, 32. So it's going to be somewhere in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, so we are getting the first book in the Mead Mishaps series. Ooh. See, the only problem with stacking your books this way is that, when you take one out, it just upsets everything. So let's try and get this back in some semblance of order. There we go. Okay, so the first book in the Mead Mishaps trilogy is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. I am super excited to get this book. Honestly, it's the title that sold me, but a couple other people have read this book and really, really, really enjoyed it. It says, Spice Trader Cinnamon's, which, very nail on the head, Spice Trader Cinnamon's quiet life is turned upside down when she ends up on a quest with a fiery demon in this irreverently quirky rom-com fantasy that is sweet, steamy, and funny as hell. So I am super excited to get this book. I have been dying to read it. I also have the next 2 books in this series, so hopefully I deeply enjoy this one and we can just roll right into the other 2. Wow, the text is actually pretty big. And then I think this is not even a 300-page book. Yeah, 260 pages. So this will be a very speedy read. I do have plans to do a 24-hour readathon over Memorial Day weekend, so maybe I will save that book for then. But let us change our number generator again to 1 out of 33, and let's generate. So 13. Oh, I think I know what this one is, and I'm not excited about it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I got lucky. I thought 13 was Great Expectations, which I am, excited to read Great Expectations, but like I'm assuming that the language will make it kind of a slower go. So it's, also not a thin book, so it's quite a time commitment. But I got Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, which is, of course, is it the first or the second book? I know that one was Bookshops and Bone Dust. One is the prequel, but the prequel was released after the first book, so I'm not sure how that all is going to work. But an orc warrior leaves the blade behind and finds that it's never too late to chase a new dream in this novel of found family, fresh starts, and the perfect cup of coffee. So this is marketed as a cozy romance, and I got the special edition, which also comes with these absolutely, once again, gorgeous end papers. So I am reading some pretty, pretty books this go around. Is this not beautiful? Although I do feel like maybe I'm reading it a little out of season now that I'm looking at that end paper, but it's fine. All right, we are back. I just needed to plug something in real quick because it was dying. But that was our third pick. Let us regenerate with a max of 32. 10. You know how I was just I think I just ducked Great Expectations? I think I might have just gotten it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 10. Okay. Just missed it again. Please no, I'm not trying to avoid Great Expectations because I'm not, excited about it. It's just a long haul. So I ended up getting Ready or Not by Kara Bastone. I have heard really good things about this. It contains a trope that I do not love, which is surprise pregnancy. But I heard even people who don't like that trope like this book. So hopefully my feelings trend the same way. But it says, a surprise pregnancy leads to even more life-changing revelations in this heartfelt, slow burn, friends to lovers romance. So I am excited to get to this. I know that she just had a new book come out, so if I enjoy this one, it would definitely be worth going and picking up her latest release. And then let us, 31, generate again. Ooh, 19. So we're going to end up somewhere in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ooh, okay. So I thrifted this, and it does not have, let me just upset in the pile here. And it does not have the best of ratings on the internet, but the back of this book really captured me. Plus, I really loved the cover. So I am really hoping that I am one of the people who ends up very much enjoying this book. But it says, deep in the Hungarian woods, the sacred magic of King Solomon lives on in his descendants. Gathering under the midnight stars, they perform small miracles, and none more gifted than the great Rabbi Isaac and his 3 daughters. Hannah, bookish and calm, can coax plants to grow even when the weather is bitterly cold. Sarah, defiant and strong, can control the impulsive nature of fire. And Lavanna, the Fey One, can read the path of the stars to decipher their secrets. But darkness is creeping across Europe, threatening the lives of every Jewish person in every village. Each sister will have to make an impossible choice to survive and change the fate of their family forever. So I am excited to get to this one. I think that depending on how the historical foundation is laid out will determine whether or not I enjoy this book, but I am very hopeful, and I just think that it's such a pretty cover. So that is book number, 5? Yes. Okay. And then we'll regenerate again. Ooh, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we just missed the Rose Bargain. Okay, so I have pulled one of my subscription box books, which is The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Emily Wynne Zhao. The Temple of the Dawn cordially invites you to participate in the Immortality Trials. And then the Immortality Trials offer a second chance in a brutal world and are open to any mortal willing to risk the journey to the immortal realm. The prize for completing them is eternal life. However, they must survive first. So always love me some good trials, and I am very much excited to get to this book, although I'm really hoping that I still generate the number I need for that book. But this is book number 6, I believe. Yes. All right, let's go for 7. We are getting down to it. 27. Okay, that should land us back in the romance section again, which I'm excited about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, I think this is going to be like a very seasonally appropriate read. But it is. I'm dumping my 3D puzzle every time I do this. I feel like maybe I should have taken it off the shelf for this. But I have Savor It by Tara DeWitt, which, if I understand correctly, is kind of about a... I feel like, is it about like a chef? I think it's about a chef. Filled with spicy summer fun, small time charm, and big feelings. So I am excited to get to this. Like I said, very seasonally appropriate, which is always great. And I feel like my last couple TBRs have not had a lot of romances on them, so I'm kind of excited that this one is shaping up to have a couple more than usual. And then, let's generate again, 28. We're on like basically either side of the rose bargain. Okay. So I have pulled Cruel is the Light by, I think it's Sophie Clark. But this is another Fairy Loot box book. It's, I think, based in like Rome, yes. A brutal war between demons and humanity has raged across Europe for over a century. At its heart are 2 elite soldiers. A powerful exorcist trained at the prestigious Vatican Academy and foot soldier unrivaled in battle. When their paths cross despite initial distrust and unwelcome attraction, Jules and Celine discover a terrible secret at the heart of the Holy Vatican City. Soon Jules is forced to question everything he's ever known, including himself, and Celine, unable to ignore her growing feelings for Jules, must make an impossible choice between love and duty, which also, once again, beautiful end papers. I am just getting all the pretty books. But I am excited to get to this one. And let us see here. I think this will end up being our last one, just because I'm looking at this stack that's kind of growing off camera here and thinking that maybe it will be a little too much to try and do 10. And 28. Let's generate again. 16. I think that's going to land us somewhere in here, which is very exciting. I don't think we have... Have we pulled one from here yet? Yeah, we have done one. So let's see how this goes. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we are going to be reading Six of Crows. I'm just going to take the whole stack out and then put the whole stack back in. I feel like that will result in less chaos. Maybe not. Screw it. We're just leaving it like that. But Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I have read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and I very much enjoyed it. And I know that most people prefer this book and its sequel to the original trilogy. So I'm very excited to read it. I did, as you can kind of tell, get started at some point. Where's that bookmark? I made it to page 9. So I am assuming that, I was just distracted. So I am excited to finally be getting to this book. I am going to throw that on top of our pile, and that leads us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I went a little bit over. Do I risk rolling one more time and seeing if I can get the rose bargain? You know what? What if I just... Okay, I'm going to go a little rogue here, people. I'm going to go a little rogue. We are going to add the rose bargain to the pile because I have just heard so many good things about this book, and I just cannot wait to get to it. So I'm going to pull this, and then I'm going to pull one more book off the top here, which is Watermoon. As I'm sure you guys saw if you watched my Doing Book Stuff video, I ended up picking this up from my local library, and we only get to check out our books for 4 weeks, so it will be due in May, which means I do need to read it. So I'm just going to throw it on my TBR, and we will see what video I get to it in. I think this is the TBR I've been most excited about, which is hilarious because the other ones have been picked by me, myself, and I using prompts. And I think the random number generator does a better job, amazingly enough. So I'm going to try and hold up this stack without dropping it everywhere. Ooh. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Whoop. This is our TBR for the month of May. I have once again decided to do, I think this is 11 books. So we shall see how this goes. Usually I try and pull like 8 books, so I can leave myself room to like mood read a little bit, but I am so excited about everything on this stack that I have faith that I will end up reading all of them. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to stick around for a while and watch me read these books, please subscribe. Either way, I appreciate you joining me. Have a good one. Bye.